Hi, I'm Stephen Ham from Archery Supplies. Today, Hoyt has released a new target bow, and this is not it. It's a new concept, but let's talk about it and see what's different and see what I think of it. So the first thing this morning as I wake up, or maybe while I was sleeping, my phone beeps and I get a message from one of my friends on Facebook and says, "Do you think the new Hoyt looks like this?" And I first off go, no. Well, now I'm looking at it. And he had some pictures, so let's just put his little picture on there. And I don't know if he's being funny or not. But now I'm looking at it, I'm like, oh, I see the similarity now, right? And Hoyt shooters are going to hate that. But let's just... So is Hoyt copying Topoint? So the first thing is Hoyt have changed their cams, and for me, I really like that. If you're a Hoyt shooter, you're probably not going to like it, okay? So if you're a Hoyt shooter, I think there was too many choices, all right? And Hoyt shooters are going to love that, because Hoyt shooters go, look, I love the fast cams, the SVX, or I like the HBT being a smooth cam. But it was hard as a shop. Shops didn't stock the Hoyt target bows. They just didn't, because there's too many options. Too many options on colors, too many options in cams, too many options on draw length. So it meant that shops couldn't stock it. So what Hoyt did, they said, look, shops are not stocking our target bows. So what we'll do is we'll allow the Hoyt target bows to be sold online. So you can now buy them off. Basically anyone online can sell them. It's like, so that's a bit of a bugger if you're a local archery store and you are a Hoyt dealer, because now you're going to compete against everyone who can stock these bows, and you're going to be competing against Lancaster, so that's going to kill your sales, and you're probably not going to feel sorry for that shop. But it means sales, it means profitability, it means basically you've taken away part of the sale, which then it makes it hard for that shop, okay? Now, if you stopped, I'm not saying a toe point, but this is a toe point, this bow suits anyone, okay? So it's like, well, I stock this and I can sell it to anyone because the draw length fits anyone, and I'll just stock it in one color and I'm done. And I'm going to say again, I went to 80 stores in America, 80 archery stores. I didn't see a target bow in any of them. They were all hunting bows. Target stuff just wasn't stocked, okay? And I think that's wrong. Okay, I call it out in all my videos. I think you should stock the products, right? And the shops are going to say, well, we don't sell any target gear. And I'm going to say, yeah, my dad had that view too. Okay, when my dad had a shop, Dad was like, well, I don't stock target bows because they don't sell, I just stock hunting bows. My dad's total sales, the best he ever got in South Australia was $700,000 in sales, and on a main road, a busy shop, today we are many times greater than that. And on walk-in sales, many times greater than that. And I'm in the back streets with no sign out the front, and we sell many times greater than that, right? So if you don't stock the item, you'll never sell the item. So that's my first point was there was too many options before on the Hoyt, okay? But if you're a Hoyt fanboy, you liked having your SVX cam in your 26-inch draw length, okay? You liked it. It was hard to draw. You liked the fact that that's the way you shot, okay? But it made it hard for shops. It made it, I'm going to say it obviously made it hard for Hoyt to compete. Okay, and you're going to say, well, there's lots of Hoyts out there. We're talking about overall sales, okay? The overall sales, not the bows that you give away. I'm talking about bow sales, right? So it made it hard for Hoyt to compete because like with PSE, Elite and other bows, Bowtech, one bow suits anyone. So very easy to stock the items and you're competing against all these brands. Well, Hoyt have now come out with a new cam, and I'll put up the thing. And I think it's pretty good. Okay, I haven't drawn it, but it looks big. It looks smooth to draw. 3 modules, so one module does 3 inches. That's a good thing. Makes it easy to stock. The bow comes in 3 sizes, 36, 37 and a 40, I think. That's okay too, okay? It's okay. You'd probably stock, if you're a shop, you should stock the middle one, 38. Some people want the big and some people want the small, but stock the one in the middle because that's the one that will sell, okay? They've changed the cams, right? So they've gone from this cam, this is the Hoyt Stratos, and to me, look, I didn't mind this cam. I thought it was quite smooth to draw. I didn't mind it. I like the fact that you could adjust the valley here. Now, I know people have shot this cam, they didn't like it, and I've got other people who do like it. And having a different view is fine. That's all part of the business, right? It's part of personal taste, right? But to me, this was an old design, right? This cam design, this binary cam where you're pulling on one side and pulling on the other. This was back in the 90s. Bowtech had this years and years ago, and it was fine. There was nothing wrong with it, right? But we've moved forward 30 years, right? We've moved forward and things have changed. So Hoyt have adapted. Hoyt have come out with a cam system like the Topoint. I'm going to say it was like I'm picking on Topoint. It's the Topoint cam system with a dual yoke which pulls evenly on either side. This keeps the wheel up and down, tries to keep the wheel up and down, vertical, as you're drawing the bow through the whole process. Okay, still allows you. This is a floating yoke system, but it still allows you to do some timing and stuff. But I think it's a good thing. I like it. Look, everyone's got this, so I felt like Hoyt was behind. And Hoyt shooters will hate me for it, but look, Hoyt have changed, so maybe I was right, and I'm not saying I was right, but I think good move. Going to a yoke system, Hoyt, good move thing. Okay, so let's talk about tuning your Hoyt, okay? Elite, PSC, and Bowtech have got good tuning systems. You know, you can tune your Elite, you can tune your Bowtech without the use of a bow press. With Matthews, you need to buy shims. With PSC, you need to buy the shim kit. With PSC, you can change the tune without pulling apart the cams. With the Hoyt, you still need a bow press and you still need the shims and you move the cam left to right. I think Hoyt should have come out with a tuning system. I understand you cannot buy the Bowtech tuning system. Can't do it. Right? Bowtech will not sell you the ability to move the cam left to right. So you can't use that. Okay, it's a good system. Bowtech's a good system. The Elite system where you change this here, look, it's not too bad. I don't mind it. It's quite good. You could come up, you've got engineers, you could come up with your own tuning system. I like the idea of individually tuning your limbs. Okay, I've said on videos before, and I think Hoyt could have done that. Or they could have come up with something. You're an engineer, you're smarter than I am. Anyway, I just think tuning your Hoyt could have been a thing and it should have been a thing because it just would have stepped you up next to the other big boys, right? Because what you're looking for is a reason to buy a Hoyt versus a PSE versus a Bowtech versus versus another bow, right? You want there to be a reason why yours is better. As soon as you create a reason why yours isn't as good, then you go, well, the other ones are a little bit better because of these reasons. Okay? So, yoke's good. The cam's a good system. You've got to buy 3 modules to change the draw length, but it's still not bad. 3 inches of draw length, I think that's pretty good. So I'm going to say, because you've got a yoke system now, you've got a rotating module, you've got a movable valley, it's better than a Matthews, similar to a Bowtech, similar to a PSE, and similar to an Elite. But the other Elite, Bowtech, and PSE have got tune systems, which is quite good. Look, the new riser on the Hoyt, which does look a bit like the Topoint. Look, I don't mind it. I think this is fine too. It's not a big deal to me. Looks fine. Hoyt has still got the roller guard like this. That's good. They've got the string stop, good. Look, they've come out with some new graphics for the limbs. I thought they looked crappy. Let's call it what I think it is. I think they look crappy. I think in the past, Hoyt have had amazing graphics for their limbs. I think their limbs looked not even close to the best. They were the best. No one was even close to the, I'm going to say, quality of the Hoyt finish in the limbs. The Hoyt limbs were just top notch, top scale of looking limbs. Now I just think they look, what do you think? I don't know. Anyway, so this is the Hoyt Stratos graphics. Look, it's okay. This looks okay. It's professional. It's got the pinstriping on the letters and on the inside. I think the new ones just look a bit cheap, but that's just me. The limbs are the same. Look, this is the Topoint graphics. Look, I just think the Hoyt just looks a bit boring. That's my view. Hoyt have also changed their strings. So this year they changed their strings. So if you shoot a Hoyt, the first thing you're going to do is rip your strings off, and because you're saying Hoyt strings are crap. So the first thing you're doing is you're adding $200 to $300 to $400 to the price of your Hoyt because you've got to fit new strings to it. So this year Hoyt have come out with new strings and saying these are state of the art. Okay. So what's the first thing my Hoyt friends do who get given the new Hoyt? They rip the strings off without even testing them. They just rip them off and fit custom strings. So I feel sorry for Hoyt because I'm like, you haven't even tried their strings to see if they're any good. I've just ripped them off and gone, nah, look, they're rubbish. We'll get rid of those. Look, I think the Hoyt strings are probably fine, and I would not be buying custom strings if I had a Hoyt. I just shoot them the way they are, and once this has been shot, you'll be able to see how they are. But I wouldn't be fitting new ones for myself because I'm not spending $200, $300, $400 for a set of custom strings on a thing that they may not be okay. And I do believe the new Hoyt strings will be fine, even though they've made a blurb in their release that these strings are good. I'm going to believe them, and I didn't think the old ones were that bad anyway. So anyway, that's the changes for Hoyt. Drop a thing of what you think. I think the pricing will be fine. So just on the Topoint, how similar, like this is alright, but the Chinese, I'm going to say the Chinese shooters are shooting amazing scores with them, and they're half the price. And I'm not having to go comparing the Hoyt to a Topoint, but it does look pretty similar. So I will give it to the customer who sent through the message this morning. I'm Stephen Ham from Archery Supplies. Thanks for watching. Bye.